Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Facebook Live here. We're at the WCCO TV phone bank. Kylie and I glad to have you hanging out and spending a little time with us on Facebook today.
Yep, and all of our volunteers that we have from the Red Cross who have been here all morning long. They got in, what, 5 o'clock in the morning?
Just fantastic.
This is really impressive.
Everybody here. So this is a fundraiser that WCCO TV and radio putting on, trying to just, you know, obviously here in Minnesota, boy, you feel so lucky with the weather that we have here right now, right?
Absolutely, and I think that you watch on TV, though, and you say, like, what can I do to help? And what can I do to make sure that my money goes to the right place to help, too? Absolutely.
We have Carrie with the Red Cross here. And just a reminder, at the bottom of your screen, you have the number. All these folks are ready to take your call, 800-542-9226. Carrie, this money is going to go, well, we thought originally we were just raising money for Hurricane Harvey, but now we're looking at 2 hurricanes.
And we'll be raising money for both those responses, so people can designate if they perhaps have a personal connection to Texas or to Florida, which is now expanding into Georgia and Tennessee. They can make that designation.
Really, you can designate to where you want this to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where exactly does that money go? Because I was surprised. We were kind of giving out the stats this morning. Like $100 gives 5 people different kits to help clean up.
Exactly, and those are those cleanup kits that you may see those mobile feeding units that go around with the Red Crosses on them. In addition to delivering food, they're delivering these cleanup kits. And now more with Harvey, because they're getting to that point in recovery where some people are doing that cleaning up, but getting those supplies to them so that they can start that recovery process. So.
Hey, if you guys on Facebook have any questions for the Red Cross and for this fundraising effort, go ahead and put them in the comments, and we'll ask your questions here on this Facebook Live. We'd be happy to pass those questions along. But so far this morning, already more than $25,000 raised from radio and television listeners and viewers. Just a fantastic response.
And Minnesotans are so generous, so we're incredibly grateful. Right now we have 541 shelters open, Red Cross and the other community shelters that we support across 6 states.
Wow.
And so I mean, these are thousands of people that we're supporting, and we have 91 volunteers from Minnesota that are already deployed.
That made the trip.
That have already deployed. We have more going in the days and weeks to come. And they're helping with deliver those cleanup supplies. They're helping in the shelters. We have people deploying with disaster mental health, supporting the emotional piece of this, because you can imagine how traumatic
absolutely.
this is. So we have professionals that are deploying in that capacity as well.
A lot of people, they want to go and they want to help, but sometimes more people down who don't know what they're doing can actually make things worse. Do you guys run into that? Trying to find the best way to allocate those resources?
Well, we have the volunteers that are deployed right now. Those are trained Red Cross volunteers. And we really appreciate everyone stepping up and wanting to volunteer. And they can certainly go on our website to do that. But one of the best ways they can help immediately is to make a donation through the telethon, things like this, or, you know, the need for blood is constant. We're at, you know, people can always, year-round, to go in and go to redcrossblood.org and make a donation there as well. Or at the website. So people go to a blood drive. Go to a blood drive.
You can't give it through your computer. It doesn't work that way.
No, we haven't figured out how to do that yet.
I gave blood for the first time during the Aquatennial.
I saw that. Thank you so much.
It was a great experience. It really was. Like, it was very easy to do, but I also felt great about it afterwards. So that's pretty cool. The number's on your computer screen, 800-542-9226. And we're doing this broadcast live. It's about 9:40 right now. But this phone bank, this telethon effort here at WCCO and through CBS Radio will be going on all day, right? You guys will be here all day.
We'll be here till 6 p.m.
So no matter when this shows up in your stream, you can call this number and give the volunteers your information and donate. Heck, if you donate $10, like, we appreciate it, and that's money that you guys know how to put to work in an efficient way, right?
And if you donate $10, that can provide a blanket and a meal and support for someone who's in a shelter. $50 can provide diapers and formula and support for someone who has, you know, it's not just adults, it's children
babies too.
And babies, and, you know, we're providing that support as well.
Is the Red Cross overwhelmed by what's happening right now? We've never had this.
We're
2 weeks apart, you know, within a week, we've got these 2 major hurricanes. Are you guys able to handle kind of everything that's happening right now?
Well, we do have a robust response system, and we're working with, and saw the second one coming, obviously, as everyone did as well, but we're working with other organizations. We're just one part of the team with other nonprofits, local, state, and federal government. And I think everyone is stretching to make this happen, but everyone is working together as a great team.
The truth is, though, it's a lot. I mean, this is a lot going on at once. Yeah.
Just one would be a lot to have these two.
Right. And what's great about the Red Cross is that we have this national network. So we have volunteers that have already stepped up and said, you know what, I can deploy in October. I can go in November. So
because this is not a 1 week response.
No, this is not days. This is not weeks. This is going to be months worth of responses to help. And we also have volunteers here at home that are responding to home fires. None of those disasters stop either.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we respond to more than a disaster a day to people that lose their homes to home fires instead of perhaps floods and hurricanes.
You guys step up right away. And I think, too, when you hear about the diapers and the formula, stuff like that, knowing that if you make a donation, even, $10, $20, $30, whatever you can afford, goes right back to those people who aren't at their home right now. They still can't get back home for so many.
And what's also great is that if people make a donation, rather than trying to donate stuff, that we're able to buy exactly what we need as close as possible to that response, and that helps rebuild the economy. So that's another reason to make a financial donation.
All those businesses that need to get back on their feet, you become their customer.
Exactly. We're one of them. So
cool.
yes.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
We've already crossed $26,000 just over the last couple of minutes, so we appreciate your donations. The number is 800-542-9226. And these volunteers, who are these folks who we have here on the phone bank today?
We have wonderful volunteers that have stepped up, and we'd love everyone to call in and make their phones ring.
That's right. We especially like the Vikings jersey. I mean, tonight is the home opener.
We've got Mitch here with the Vikings jersey.
Mitch, you look good. You look great.
We can see the Vikings and the Red Cross, so it's kind of with both right now.
Exactly, and the NFL's been a great supporter of the Red Cross as well, so we're grateful to them.
All right, we're raising money for both hurricane relief efforts. One effort going on in Texas right now, another one in Florida, moving into, well, boy, looking at the radar, Kylie, it's going into Georgia and the Carolinas.
Yeah. It's still a Category 1 hurricane right now.
It's going to be tremendous flooding and storm surge and all of that to worry about. So for sure, perhaps today you're watching some of the coverage and thinking, oh, it looks like Florida dodged a bullet. We'll see. I mean, as the flooding continues, you don't know what the water damage will be.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that a lot of people, it's so funny. I look at like donations, and I run into this too when we deal with hospitals and whatnot. People want to give something because it's kind of like when it's someone's birthday, you don't want to give them a gift card, but that is the best way to help right now, is to give that cash donation.
And we've seen people that it's their birthday right now, and so they've started their own fundraiser on Facebook to help support the Red Cross and fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to help, and we just really appreciate it. We even have on Amazon, we've got a wish list for the Red Cross, and people can make donations through there. But
people really are learning, though, that the best thing to do is give money. And I know, like, everyone wants to do their clothing drive or whatever, but logistically, getting that stuff down there, getting it to the people who need it, it's just not the best. It's not the best way to go.
Exactly.
We get it. I feel like we get it now.
And we do.
Right?
You know, as much as people want to help that way, and it's a physical, tangible thing to do.
Feels real.
It feels good.
Yeah.
But you have to consider that has to be shipped. That has to be sorted. Sometimes it has to be cleaned, and then we have to figure out how to distribute it. And that's not what the Red Cross is set up to do. But those resources, if people make a donation, like through the telethon today, we can get people the resources that they need, specifically what they need, without having
and quickly.
Yeah,
can
quickly.
Do it quickly.
Well, and I love that you mentioned too, October, November. We've got a long way to go with these storms, and the cleanup that's going to be happening for the next couple of months. This is going to take a long time, and people are going to need resources for months and months to come.
And you mentioned that, you know, maybe the hurricane is dying down a bit with Hurricane Irma, but we don't know what those floods are going to be. We don't know what the storm surge is going to be. We don't know, you know, how many people are still without power. And so this is going to be a long haul. and there'll be a lot of people responding, and we just appreciate everything that people are doing to help, like WCCO. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. We're glad to help out. We know Minnesotans want to step up. In Western Wisconsin, you want to step up and help out. And now is your time. Now is your chance. You can call 800-542-9226. Our volunteers will be here until 6 o'clock. So no matter when you're watching this video in your Facebook stream, and share it with your friends as you're watching it, make sure everybody knows that this effort is going on and you can make a real difference in Florida, in Texas, in the tropics, where they're dealing with so much right now.
Absolutely. Well, Carrie, thank you so much.
Thanks, Carrie. Thanks to the volunteers.
I know, they came in so early this morning. Going to be here all day. So.
A lot of coffee. They're
Give
fueled,
them a call.
They're fueled with love and coffee right now.
They've got a great little snack bar over here,
it's pretty
too.
good.
We've got it set up.
It's pretty good. So thank you guys so much for watching this and for donating. We appreciate it. And keep following WCCO on Facebook all day. We'll keep you updated on the efforts as we keep raising more and more money for the American Red Cross.